Good morning. So good to see you with us right here on a Wednesday. I'm Michael Estime. We are live for you at Tire Discounters here in Hamburg. And let me just say this. It seems like when you're heading home for the holidays, or perhaps you're running late for work, all of a sudden when you're driving, you can feel it. Your car tire starts to deflate, and then all of a sudden you are running on your rims, and you're like, I've got to do something, and I've got to change that tire. And a lot of us, of course, have that spare tire in the back. So to talk to us about how we're appropriately supposed to address a flat tire, we have the expert himself, Mr. Ben. And Ben, describe to me what the process is that someone has to take if they encounter, that problem. I'm sure that you've had it too, where, you're cruising and all of a sudden, flat tire.
It's unfortunate, but it does happen. A lot of stuff and debris on the road.
Oh, yeah.
First thing you want to do is you want to make sure you got safety at hand. That happens, usually you're driving down the road, there's traffic going by you, and you're stuck with this. So you want to pull over to the side of the road as far as you can to safely get access to your tire. And then you also want to put any road cones, any flares you have, just to let people know that you're on the side of the road. Because a lot of accidents are caused by people working on the side of the road, and just give yourself that extra safety.
Absolutely. And then you got to jump right on into it.
Absolutely. Once you get it pulled over, get everything set up. You want to get all your spare tools. You have your to lower your spare down. There's different tools that are on every vehicle. Refer to your owner's manual to see what you have. And then you want to take your jack iron, lug nut iron. You want to loosen all your lug nuts. Just loosen them, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Get them all off. Inspect them. Make sure there's nothing wrong with them, because you're going to need those later to put them back on.
And then you yank the tire off, and then you're just about ready to put the other tire on.
That's right.
And for time purposes, we've yanked that tire off right here, as you can see. What's the next step?
Next step, you want to loosen the lug nuts when the car's on the ground with the flat tire. A lot of guys will raise it up, or a lot of girls will raise it up and then loosen the lug nuts. That'll just spin your tire because it's off the ground. Use the weight of the vehicle to your advantage. So once you get it loose, all your lug nuts are loose, not all the way off. You want to raise your jack. Put it under the lift point. It's different on every vehicle. Again, refer to your owner's manual. But it's either going to go to the frame or the pinch weld under here.
Right.
So either way, you want to put it in a secure spot. With the lug nuts loose, then you'll raise it up. You'll already have your spare out and ready to go, just like we do here. And then we'll take this bad boy and just simply put it right on the lug nuts.
Yep, there it is. That was perfect. First time's a charm. There it is.
And then tighten it down.
Yep, and you take those little lug nuts and you screw them on in. And then there you go.
That's it.
You know what? Easy enough. And then I'd be curious what other suggestions you have for people like myself who have done this before. Usually I'll do it as a temporary sort of deal. Because I have like a smaller tire in my car, so it's not necessarily a spare.
Yes, some vehicles have a full-size spare like this one, where it's exactly the same size as your regular tire. Some are a space saver, or referred to as a donut spare, which is a smaller tire. They're only usually good for about 50 miles, just long enough to get you to Tire Discounters.
Exactly. And then what's a good way to contact you guys? Because I just feel like it's one of those things. It happened to our producer yesterday with a flat tire. What's a good way to contact you?
Absolutely. You can get on our website. It has a location finder on there, www.tirediscounters.com, or just look at us up in any of the yellow pages, anything like that. There's, like you said, 11 locations, soon to be 12, and we could be glad to take care of you any time of need.
Hey, you know what? Looking forward to it. And, of course, one problem that I've actually had this year as well, and I think that Lauren may have had an issue with this too, is getting your engine to start on those really cold mornings. I know that I've had some issues with that, and sometimes what you need to do is to jump start your vehicle. So in our next segment, we'll actually talk about how to jump start your vehicle appropriately.